If your reading mood lately is all about hot sun, hotter romance, and chaotic summer vibes, then this is your sign to grab your Romanceopoly board and head to Sunset Bay, because I've got 5 perfect recommendations for our summer town prompts, and trust me, you're gonna want to pack these in your beach bag. Welcome to Under the Covers, I'm Francesca, and if you haven't heard about our Romanceopoly reading challenge, this is a seasonal romance reading challenge that runs all year long, and each season we open with a different whimsical, romance-filled town with themed prompts. Now from July through September, we are in the summer town, which is Sunset Bay. I've got some recommendations here for some of the prompts. So these 5 prompts cover everything from beach reads and pirate witches to some chaotic jungle adventures and even your long neglected TBR. So let's get into the books that I'm recommending for each one. And of course, these will totally work for you even if you're not doing the prompts. So you can look at these to find your next read anyway. The first prompt is the Beachside Cafe, which is to read a book set by the water or on vacation. And the book that I've chosen for this, I just actually recently finished and loved it, and it's Ride the Wave by Catherine Riley. We've got surfboards, scandals, and forced proximity. So say less. In Ride the Wave, we meet Leo Silva, who is a former world champion surfer whose career crashed and burned thanks to a few too many scandals. Now, he's been hiding out in a quiet seaside village in Portugal, totally off the grid, until an invite to one of the biggest surf competitions in the world pulls him back in. And here's where our heroine Iris comes in. She is a determined sports journalist whose magazine just happens to be owned by Leo's mom. Bit awkward. She's sent to cover his comeback story, and the chemistry between them is immediate, but of course very off limits. There is lots of tension, there's spice, there's surfing. It is set, of course, in Portugal, so I think if you like Icebreaker, it has a similar vibe to that. It is steamy, it's emotional, and it totally gives perfect beach read material. Now the tropes again are forced proximity, it's got the forbidden sports romance, and you're getting the armchair travel as well. Plus, it's set totally by the water and even in the water, because you do get some surfing lessons too. The next prompt is the Lighthouse, which is to read a book with a pirate as a main character. And now for this one, we are going with The Sea Witch by Eva Lee. I recently read this one as well, and it is coming out soon. We've got pirates, magic, enemies to lovers. It's giving all the chaotic Caribbean romantasy in the best way. So the Sea Witch introduces us to Alice Tanner, wrongfully accused of witchcraft and sentenced to die. So she escapes, steals a ship, and becomes the pirate captain of an all-female magic-wielding crew. And honestly, that is totally iconic behavior. I absolutely loved it. So when her crew accidentally captures Ben, who is a by-the-book British naval navigator, he is suddenly on board, literally, with the rebellion. As the Navy closes in and their enemies grow stronger, these two are stuck together on a magical, monster-infested ocean. And yes, the buttoned-up Brit and the chaotic pirate witch are, of course, the pairing, which is absolute gold. Now, the tropes for this one are enemies to lovers, she takes him captive, it's a pirate captain, female main character, magical sea monsters, and forced proximity. I mean, what's not to love about that? The next prompt is Breezy Pier, which is to read a book with strong summer vibes. And for this one, I'm going to go with Destination Weddings and Other Disasters by M.C. Vaughn. I'm definitely going for the armchair travel for this one, and it's perfect for the enemies to lovers fans who also love destination weddings and vacation drama. Julia is a hospitality queen who's suddenly forced to help plan her mom's beach wedding with Carson, the guy who made her life absolutely miserable in high school. Kind of her high school bully. And he is now this super charming and infuriatingly hot event planner. Now you can imagine there's going to be a lot of unresolved feelings that are bubbling to the surface between them. It's definitely giving rom-com with lots of heart, fun, and just enough to keep you invested. So if you like redemption arcs and a beautiful setting, then this one is for you. The tropes again for this one: enemies to lovers, destination wedding, and the armchair travel. For the next prompt is the Sunset Bay Marina, which is to read a book that's been on your TBR for a while. So obviously this is going to be personal for everyone, but I'm going to tell you one that has been on my TBR for a while that I would love to get to read. And that is A Bad Day for Sunshine by Dorinda Jones. Now this one has been staring at me from my shelf for a while, so I am really hoping to pick it up for this prompt. This series is about Sunshine Vikram, who now is the new sheriff in her quirky hometown of Del Sol, New Mexico. And thanks to her meddling parents, who basically ran her campaign behind her back, she is expecting a chill, small town vibe, and what she ends up with is a kidnapped girl, her daughter struggling to fit in, a missing rooster named Puff Daddy. Yikes. Her ex, now a very hot U.S. Marshal, back in her orbit. It's a mystery meets rom-com with hilarious banter, some spicy tension, and a whole lot of chaos. It's perfect if you love stories with a slightly older heroine, small-town drama, and a mix of romance and crime solving. So the tropes here are small-town, mystery, romance, and found family vibes. And the last prompt that I'm bringing for today is Full Moon Adventure, which is to read an adventure romance. And for this one, I'm going to suggest Digging Dr. Jones by Olivia Jackson. This one is chaotic in the best way. If you like The Lost City or Romancing the Stone, then you're really gonna love this one. Adriana's on vacation and somehow she ends up accidentally binding herself to a magical artifact meant for sexy, grumpy archaeologist Andrew Jones. Now it won't come off, and the only way to break the curse is to trek through the Colombian jungle together in search of a lost treasure. So you can expect booby traps, crips, mosquito bites, and some serious chemistry between this Sunshine and Grump pairing. This one is fun, spicy, fast-paced. It's exactly what you want in a summer adventure romance. The tropes, it's got the tropes, forced proximity, grumpy sunshine, fish out of water, magical artifacts, and a jungle romance. So that's your full guide for today for Sunset Bay recommendations for this summer town and the Romanceopoly reading challenge. Let me know in the comments, what are you reading for each of the squares in the Sunset Bay town? And if you haven't joined the Romanceopoly reading challenge yet, you can still start now. You can grab the board and all the prompts and all the printables at romanceopoly.com, or I will leave a link in the description box where you can get more information and download all the board and printables and prompts, and you can start checking things off right away. So you can join at any time, read at your own pace, and earn your badges as you go. Of course, don't worry. I'm going to be back with more recommendations very soon. But until then, if you want to check out some of the recommendations I've already given for the Romanceopoly reading challenge, I'm going to leave that playlist here so you can get some inspiration. But for today, that is all I have for you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.